After 2 seasons, most fans think they already know exactly how Tsukimichi works. Makoto gets stronger. He finds new allies, defeats powerful enemies, and keeps expanding Asora. But there's one detail that changes everything. The next season won't be remembered for its battles. It won't be remembered for its new characters. And it won't even be remembered for Makoto's new abilities. Instead, it will be remembered because, for the very first time, Makoto stops being just an adventurer. And once that happens, the entire world will be forced to acknowledge his existence. But that still doesn't explain everything. Until now, Makoto has always reacted to events. When someone attacked him, he fought back. When people needed help, he stepped in. When problems appeared, he solved them. He never tried to change the world. In fact, he wanted the exact opposite. A peaceful life. To run his business, protect Asora, and stay away from conflict. But that is no longer possible. Because something has been growing right in front of everyone's eyes. Asora. And that's the real reason the next season changes everything. So far, Asora has looked like nothing more than a hidden sanctuary. A place where different races could live together. But there's one detail that many fans overlook. It stopped being just a refuge a long time ago. Asora now has agriculture, research, trade, soldiers, magic, infrastructure, people from different races working toward the same goal. Without even realizing it, Makoto has built something that many kingdoms could never achieve. And that's exactly where the real problem begins. Because a place like Asora can't stay hidden forever. The more it grows, the more attention it attracts. And once the other nations discover what truly exists there, they'll stop seeing Makoto as just another adventurer. But that's still not the biggest change. There's something even more important. Until now, Makoto's conflicts have always been relatively small. One city, one mission, one enemy, one battle. Now, the consequences of his decisions will affect entire kingdoms. A single choice could reshape alliances, start wars, or completely change the political balance of the world. This is where Tsukimichi truly transforms. Because the story is no longer just about one protagonist becoming stronger. It's about one man beginning to reshape the fate of an entire world. But another consequence is coming. Perhaps the most dangerous one of all. The goddess. For a long time, she treated Makoto as nothing more than a mistake. An inconvenient human. Someone she could simply ignore. But even that has limits. Because Makoto isn't just growing stronger. He's becoming more influential. Every city that meets him changes. Every ally strengthens his position. Every race that joins him expands his influence. Without even realizing it, Makoto is creating something that directly threatens everything the goddess represents. And that may become the most important conflict of the next season. Because this battle is no longer just about strength. It's about ideals. On one side, a world divided by the goddess. On the other, Makoto bringing together people who were never supposed to stand side by side. And maybe that's exactly what frightens the goddess the most. But that still doesn't explain why so many light novel readers consider this the best part of Tsukimichi. The answer lies with Makoto himself. Until now, he's always avoided becoming a true leader. But eventually, that stops being a choice. Because once so many people depend on him, remaining neutral is no longer possible. That's when Makoto truly changes. Not because he becomes stronger, but because he finally understands that his decisions will shape the future of thousands. And once that happens, the entire story changes with him. That's why the next season is such a massive turning point for Tsukimichi. Not because the enemies become stronger, not because the fights become bigger, but because Makoto's role in this world changes completely. Until now, Makoto was simply surviving in this world. From this point forward, the world itself will begin to revolve around him. And that may be exactly why so many fans consider this the greatest arc in the entire series. So what are you most excited to see? The growth of Asora? The goddess reaction? Or Makoto's new role in the world? Let me know in the comments.